feels like we're in a dream. You know what I mean.
I'm trying to get more comfortable talking in front of the camera, so I'm gonna get ready while I talk to y'all this morning. I have a lot to say, but I haven't written a script, so I don't really know how this is gonna go, but because I tend to ramble. But if you like that kind of thing, maybe this will be fun. I've made a couple little reels type of videos, but I've figured out that for some reason, whenever I'm talking on record, I talk with like my phone voice, and I sent it to my little sisters and was like, is this cringy? Because I don't want to embarrass myself making these videos. I just want to get comfortable with it and make it feel more normal. And my sister said, it's not bad, but you're using your phone voice. So I figured for some reason this feels more natural to me, and this is how I normally talk, so we'll do it this way. So a few little updates since we've been in Washington. It's going really well. My boyfriend's really happy with his job, and we only have like 9 or 10 more weeks here, which is crazy. So it's been a little bit weird just being away from home and being away from people that I can just go get lunch with anytime I want or eat dinner with anytime I want. So during the day here, I'm alone a lot of the time. My boyfriend goes to work. It's the middle of the summer, so school's not in here. There's no substitute positions open right now. I'm not doing anything for work right now. So I started looking into things I could do in the area to keep me occupied and keep me, I guess, feeling like I'm doing something other than just staying in the house. So I've applied to be in a couple different crochet groups. They're like once a month, so they're not all the time, but I figured it's a way to meet people. And there's a cute little church down the street that we're gonna try to go to this Sunday. Might get us to meet a few people from the area and get some advice on what to do while we're here. What else? Started looking into master's programs. I think I'm gonna spend this next bit of time while we travel getting my master's degree, so that by the time we're done, I'll have something else under my belt that can maybe open up more doors for me in the future. I think I'll be happy with that, because 2 years from now, ideally, I would want to get my master's before we have kids. So 2 years from now, if we're ready to have kids and I have my master's under my belt, I think I would be happy with that. I've been doing a lot of walking, but to be honest, I'm an anxious girly, and I've been brave a couple of times and gone on walks here by myself, but it's just different because we're not in a neighborhood like what I'm used to. We're in a very urban area, but we're in a suburb of it, so it's not just like a neighborhood, it's a neighborhood. And if that makes sense. So it's just different. It's a different feel. It's different than what I'm used to. And I like that. I like that we're getting out and seeing new places and doing things that I've never experienced before. But at the same time, that comes with the idea of, okay, who else is out here walking around? They don't have to live here to walk around. So I don't know. We've seen a few people who have kind of sketched me out and maybe not necessarily want to be a girl walking alone. And I don't know the area. I don't have a dad that I can call and could be here quick like I normally do. So and if Matthew's at work, he might not necessarily get an alert from me. So anyway, all these things are the things that float around in the back of my mind and make me not want to go for walks when I'm home by myself. So I've got my walking pad, and I've been doing like 4 to 6 miles on my walking pad while Matthew's at work. which is fine for me because I'll watch TV while I do it, and I feel like it's good for my mental health to move. I started running a few years ago, and it's really, really and truly for my brain. It helps with my anxiety a lot, and it helps me just feel more, I don't know, clear-minded. So movement is good for me, and I've been doing that, walking with a weighted vest, watching TV. I've been watching Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and I can't remember. Oh, there was another game show that I watched recently that I really liked. I think it was called $1 Million. I'll have to put it on here because I can't remember the name right now, but it was so much fun to watch. I'm sad that it ended. What else have I been up to? Been looking up the area a lot because I want to feel like we really capitalized on our time here. And there's a few things near us that I want to do, but we're gonna move from this condo, which we absolutely love, and we wanted to stay here for the whole time. We just can't because they're having some work done on the place right after we're scheduled to leave, so we couldn't extend. But we just got approved on another place a few minutes away, and it's closer to other things in the area to do, so I'll be able to get out of the house a little bit more and feel more comfortable walking to local businesses and stuff like that. It's a weird time for me because I'm so used to going back to school. I've been going back, I mean, really, this is the first time in maybe my entire life that I haven't been going back to school either as a student or as a teacher. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my time and what I want to do and trying to work towards that, because I don't want to, just my personality type is I don't like to feel like I'm wasting time. I want to do either things to move towards something that's going to make me happy or just something that makes me feel like I'm using my time wisely. Don't get me wrong, I love to sleep in, and I've been sleeping in like it's my job, but I like to feel at the end of the day like I did something with my day. So most of the time that's a good walk and eating healthy, and I like to go get groceries and help my boyfriend feel like he doesn't have to go grocery shopping after work. He can just come home and have what he wants or what he needs. That makes me feel happy. I like to do stuff like that. So that's kind of how I've been using my days. But today I'm getting ready to go get these nails off because I got them before we ever moved. And I think I've had them on for like 5 weeks now. You can tell they need to go. So I'm not going to get them redone because obviously I'm unemployed and I don't think that's very wise. But I'm going to get them professionally taken off because, quick story time, I'll insert a picture. But 2 or 3 years ago, I did my own nails for a wedding because I'm cheap and I was trying to save money. And I ended up in the ER because I had an allergic reaction to gel nail polish that is super popular and a lot of people use it, but apparently my body can't handle it. So I don't like to DIY with my nails after that whole situation went down. So yeah, I talked to my family on the phone, and I really expected to be more homesick than I am. I'm feeling fine. I feel like I talk to them. Talking to them feels like me seeing them, and I know I'm gonna see them soon. I think this entire experience feels like less stressful to me than if we would have really fully moved across the country permanently. This is all temporary, and we can go home in between contracts. So it's like I'm gonna see my family at the beginning of October, and I think that helps me not feel super homesick. Plus Matthew feels like home to me, so really and truly it feels like wherever I go, home is with me. And I'm not saying that to be cringe, he really is just the best. And he checks on me all the time to make sure I'm happy. I am. I just am in this weird transitionary phase of like, don't really want to go walk outside by myself. Trying to figure out where. There's no guide. I mean, there, you show up at this place and you're like, okay, where's safe? Where do people avoid? I don't know the lore. I don't know where people don't go walk by themselves. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. And we've been here for 3 weeks now, I think. So I've explored a little bit, and this video is going to be me showing y'all what we have done. It's also just going to be me talking to you like a normal person and not doing a voiceover where I sound like I'm a salesman on the phone. I don't want this channel to be fake and artificial sounding at all, because those are the videos that I turn off. So I want this to be like I'm talking to you like my friend. Because more than likely you are my friend watching this video, or either my mom. So yeah, what I'm gonna do today is go get these nails off. I think I might go walk around a botanical garden, because I feel like that's a relatively safe place to walk around by yourself. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna go get some groceries. We're out of a few things. Like I like to make pancakes on Saturday mornings, and we're out of syrup, so I'll go get some syrup and some berries, and I don't know what else, but I'll take y'all with me and video what I do and kind of turn this into, I guess, a mix of videos about places we visit the past few weekends, and also kind of a day in the life with me. I'm gonna do my makeup routine, and my makeup, I am not a makeup girly, so this is majority, or actually I think it's all drugstore except for stuff that was given to me. So and I don't go crazy. I just put stuff where I think it needs to go, and that is all I do. I've had that, you can, like, this is bad. I keep my stuff until the wheels fall off, but it works, so. Don't come for me, I promise. It pulls together, and no, I don't use beauty blenders. I don't like them. I use my fingers, and it works just fine. I've done my makeup the same way since high school, so I am a creature of habit. And whatever works for me is what I roll with. I do not care to go spend hundreds of dollars on makeup. I like to keep my money in the bank if I can. It's also because I'm not good at it. I'm not a hater of people who do like to do makeup, because my sister is one of those people, and she's really good at it. And she knows what products to go get, and I have a lot of friends that know what products to go get, and they're really good at it. I'm not very good at it, and I don't care to be, so. It's not one of the things I care to spend money on. That's what I was trying to say. I don't really know if this is going to be like a popular video or not, because it's different than the last one I did. I did a lot of, half my first video that I made was me yapping, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of figuring it out, but I feel like the more videos I make, the more comfortable I'll get, and the better I'll get at talking to the camera, because it's weird. It's literally me. I'm the only one in here, and I'm talking to my phone, so it's something to get used to. I don't usually, I mean, the last video that I made, it took me forever to press start because I don't know what the first words to say were. It's not like I have an intro. It's not like I've been doing this for 10 years and I know what to say. Same thing today. I didn't press start for a long time because I was like, what are the first things that I'm gonna say? And then eventually I just press start, because if I don't, I won't do it. And I've been talking about it for a while. I've been telling all my friends, I think I want to vlog. I think I want to try making videos. Mostly because I want to document what we do, but also because I just kind of want to try it. And people have told me they thought they'd watch my channel and they think I'd be good at it. So I figured I'd try it. I don't know. Why not? One thing that I cannot stand about doing my makeup, I also very, very rarely do my makeup. This is not an everyday thing for me, but my eyes water so bad. But this mascara, shout out to my boyfriend's mom. This is one of the only things in my bag that aren't drugstore. This is that Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. It's the best because it comes off like with the tubing. It comes off so easy and it goes on so, it's my favorite kind of brush. It's like the hard plastic brush. I don't know if you can see it, but it's my favorite. It works so well. And if you're a crier like me, it stays on when you cry. It just comes off when you wash it off, which is proud. One thing I've been thinking about a lot is that while I was teaching, I would have kids say to me, we don't really get to see you make art. Like, you're teaching us all the time and you're teaching us all. I taught so many different things. I didn't just teach one thing. I taught, basically, if I had an interest and I had a lesson to go along with my interest, I would fit it to the state standards. There was a lot of flexibility in my curriculum. There was a curriculum my second year, but there wasn't my first year. So it was like things that I tried my first year was really just, I mean, seriously, like trial and error. But once there was a curriculum my second through fourth year, I would be like, okay, well, I taught weaving my first year. Weaving is something that I learned in college that I really, really love. How can I fit it with the state standards and with the new curriculum? So there was a unit with decorative design, and I was like, okay, weaving is decorative design. We're gonna keep that one and apply it to that unit. Anyway, long story short, I was getting to teach the things that I loved and not necessarily having a ton of time to do the things that I loved. Especially if you're a teacher, you'll know what I'm talking about. You have a great schedule and you get home at maybe 4:30. I think I usually got home around 4:30. You are so tired. Like, the stuff that you deal with in a day is not just, oh, I did crafts with the kids all day. It's like really, really tough behaviors. It's the reality of it is just more than your little brain can handle. So by the time you drive home, it's the kind of like majority of the time, especially as a new teacher, you're either crying on your drive home, you're venting to somebody on the phone about your day, or you're driving home in silence, or either listening to some music that you think will spunk you up for the rest of the afternoon and kind of turn your day around. There was a lot of times where I would go home and just have to go for a run because I was just so upset. Teaching is hard in a nutshell. It's worth it. It's cool. It's, you're molding the brains of the next generation and you're helping them figure out their problems. And I love that part of it, but it is hard. So by the time you get home, you're not like, oh yeah, let me pull out my paint and just create. And if you are that kind of person, kudos, because I needed to go home and lay down or go home and go for a run and then lay down. So anyway, all of that to say, I kind of lost a little bit of me and my creativity because it was still there. It's always there. It's always in my head. But I was pushing like all my creativity into my lessons and into helping them do it. Then there's one of you and 30 kids. All you can do is help them. You don't have time to sit down and paint. Every now and then, it depends on what class you're teaching. You may. And I think you get to the point where you learn how to get into that zone where you can be at the front of the classroom working on an example while the kids are all working, but they constantly have questions and they constantly need your help. So it's not a studio session for you. It's a studio session for them. And now that I'm out of that for the moment, I'm kind of thinking, okay, where do I even start? I feel like I'm not just falling into this place where I'm like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint. I'm in a rental and I don't necessarily want to paint in somebody else's house. I'm trying to keep it as pristine as possible, and I'm not completely comfortable with just paint. I'm also not a painter, but only for fun. I've never taken a painting class, so I'm not a pro at all. But I have been thinking a lot about how much I love fibers, and fibers they're not gonna make the place messy. I can play around with fibers all I want. I can embroider and crochet and maybe try some new things that I didn't bring my loom with me, but I could have easily brought my loom with me and I could have woven. But maybe once we go home in October, maybe I'll pack my loom so that I'll have that with me. But just getting into being creative in a way that in the way that I can right now for this phase of life. I feel like it's a part of me. I've had some students ask me in the past something along the lines of, do you consider yourself an artist? And I think it took me a long time to say yes to that. I think I was always like, I'm a maker, because I'm not a fine artist. I'm not someone who sits down and just creates these beautiful paintings. I struggle with that, but I would tell them they're artists. So what would make me not be? If I'm making things that are art, I think I'm an artist. But it feels like when I'm creating stuff and creating stuff in a way that feels authentic to me, it feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That is my answer. It feels like I am doing something that I was meant to do. So I feel like it's something that I have to figure out how to incorporate into this season of my life, because it's me. I've been saying I'm an artist since I was in pre-K, so as much as when I grew up, I think I got out of that whole like, I'm an artist, because there were so many people better than me. I think I kind of been back into that headspace of do what little you would be proud of, and little me would call myself an artist, and little me would be making stuff whether it's good or not. I feel like, who cares if it's good if it feels like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? Anyway, long story long, I think I'm done with this face. Actually, no, I've got to put on chapstick. Sometimes I put on lipstick, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't. But this is something I was completely influenced on Instagram. It's I've had it for like 2 years. It's called Lano Lips, but it is something I'll put on whether I'm putting on lipstick or not. It's just so moisturizing. You can see my lips glimmering. Okay, let's get this show on the road. If we don't, I'm gonna have talked to my camera for 2 hours and Matthew's gonna get home and I'm not gonna go anywhere. So I'm gonna turn this off and see you in the next video. OOTD, since I actually got ready today, and that doesn't happen very often. We've got American Eagle shirt from last year, one of my favorites, very flowy. Old Navy shorts from last year. We've got a thrifted bag from somewhere in Jacksonville with Anna, somewhere in, I think, 5 Points, can't remember the name, and sandals that I wear almost every day. If you know me, I wore them at school constantly. I have a brown pair and a black pair, and they alternate depending on if I'm wearing brown or black. From like Shoe Show in Rankin, because I got big feet, and you wear what you can get whenever you got big feet. Anyway, okay, let's get this show on the road. Okay, I'm home, and 2 out of 3 missions have been accomplished. I went to get my nails done, got them taken off. The lady insisted that I get a light pink coat because they looked pretty rough, so I did, and they look good. I like them. I'm happy with them. If you know me, this is a big deal because I am a nail biter to my core. But having I had Gel X on before this, and is that right? No, that's not right. It was called Builder Gel. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but I had Builder Gel on, and I wanted that taken off because I'm trying to get down to my natural nails and trying to take really good care of them. And maybe since I'm not going back to school, maybe I won't pull them all off, but we'll see. And then after that, I went to the grocery store because it was right across the street, and figured I'd come home and put everything away because I bought some things that are cold and need to go in the fridge and the freezer. So I'm gonna put my groceries up, and then I'm gonna go walk at the botanical garden. So it will be a full, complete day of checking things off my list and being brave and going outside by myself, which might sound silly, but it's a big deal for me right now. So, all right, let's put these groceries away.